Welcome to the Creation Evaluation Station, where I give in-depth reviews of models and construction kits, both new and old. Mostly Lego, but other products as well. I also review and discuss other creative properties such as movies, video games, and cartoons. Now, today we are going to be evaluating this monstrosity. Pick that thing up. Yes, I have finally got my hands on the Ninja Dojo Temple. There's the back once again. There's that front, and this is a hefty box, I tell you. So yes, the Ninja Dojo Temple. It's set 71767. It's for ages 8+, and has 1,394 pieces, and retails on the website for $99.99. I just got this fin fresh today, and I looked on the website. They currently have it in stock, so you can pick it up there. You can't get it locally. So, been waiting for this. It certainly looks beautiful on the picture, and got some fun vehicles and stuff to go along with it. But yeah, like I said, it looks really nice, but let's go put it together and see what mysteries hide behind these red doors. Oh, and just a quick reminder that, yes, I do in-depth reviews, so make sure you check down the comment section or the bar here on the bottom to see timestamps where you can skip around to your favorite parts, so you can go directly to the main review or check out the pieces, or check out the minifigures. Whatever you like, that's where it is, or you can use them as bookmarks if you can't sit down and watch it all at one time. So, on with the show. Here we have the contents of the box, and for starters, we have a massively thick book, and it's all one book, which I find surprising that they didn't break it up into two or whatnot. It comes with a sticker sheet inside. Looks like quite a few stickers. And then we have bags. Many bags. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But wait, there is more. So much more. And here they are. Bag 7, Bag 8, Bag 9, Bag 10, Bag 11, Bag 12. 12 whole bags. So, yes, this is going to take a while. Here we have the first bag. The first of many bags. And with the first bag, we of course have the brick separator. Got the new armor pieces. Got some of these really cool wheels. This is a piece I haven't seen too much of. Not too familiar with it. Definitely useful, that's for sure. Moving on. Oop, that's supposed to go over there, those, but minifigure accessories. Got some of these tiles with the one studs there. Got some nice aqua green bluish pieces. Some little stuff. Obviously, some of these bags are for individual builds, so may not have been necessary to have quite so many bags. But and we have Kai and one of the snake warriors in here. Looks like one of the brawler guys, my favorite ones. Now this Kai comes with red swords, and could have sworn his swords were orange in some of the other sets, but I'll have to double check on that, but it's interesting if it is different. But that is the first bag. Definitely looks like it's one single vehicle in there. Here we have the contents of bag 2. And yeah, obviously this is Kai's mech that he gets in this set. A lot of red and orange pieces. And all them hinges. Makes a joint. And we also have a flag, printed flag piece in here, and the round symbol to printed. Ammo, which the gun is right over there in gold. And a nice color, and a lot of other little tidbits in here. And we also have Pixel in this one. And that's that. I don't know if this is all the pieces for Kai's mech. I know it's not super complicated mech, but it's kind of odd that Kai was in the other bag. Oh, and speaking of which, yes, I was imagining it. All of his swords are red. Oh, I was thinking orange, perhaps because the golden sword is orange, and he's had that in other sets as well, besides this one. On to bag 3, and we have quite a bit of large pieces and small pieces in here. You can see we got several plates, we got some burps, and we have these pieces. They're kind of new, these rounded squares, rounded rectangles, I guess. I don't know which we should call them yet. It's new to me. Oh, these are actually studs on the side pieces. Wasn't looking at them close. But yeah, a lot of large pieces, building pieces, not too unexpected for a temple. And a lot of little pieces here as well, including this little guy. It's that tan goldish spider color, or colored spider. There was one also in the very smallest set in this line, the what was it? Oh, Lloyd's Ninja Mech. Yeah, that's what it's called. And we have some interesting pieces here. First, we have this. Sure what that's for. Looks like a, oh, it's an upside down bucket. This is the way I have it set. It's a bucket. And then we have these, which you saw roll away there, in a very different color. Usually these are gray. I'm very surprised to see these in... Oh, wait, no, wait. This isn't what I think it is. Okay, I'm not familiar with this piece. I thought it was one of the tube... Well, it is a tube extender. Usually these would be gray. I thought it was the triple point one, but yeah. So a lot of little pieces in this one, and a bit of big ones as well. Here we have bag 4. Once again, some big pieces and a bunch of small pieces. Not quite so many as the last bag, but still about the same type assortment pieces. We have Sensei Wu here. We have Jay's cowl. I don't know where the rest of him is at. Hopefully it's in another bag. These aren't Evo sets, so I should be all together. Nothing too much interesting. There's a lot of these red cones. But yeah, that's that. Not too much of interest in that. Just a little, a lot more parts. Here we are at bag 5, almost halfway there. This one's a little bit similar to the other one, with the similar large pieces, but then again it kind of mirrors the other side. A lot of bricks, more large plates. The small pieces are very, very gray. Definitely a lot of the same color scheme going on here. Sorry. And that is that. But yes, we are almost halfway. We are halfway there. This is bag number 6. We've got quite a bit in this one. And where the other ones, the main color was gray, this one is brown. We have windows, and we have shutters for those windows, or inserts. I don't know if I really want to call them shutters. We'll look at them in a moment. They're on the other side. A wonderful fence piecing. I don't even know what to call it, but the oriental looking. Some red heads, probably for lanterns, I think. Yeah, probably. Bunch of tiles. Other sort of tiles. Getting here, there's a lot of smaller pieces. A lot of gold, studs. Stud pieces. More red cones. Got a lot of red cones. Set. Leafy green parts. Got the tea set. We also have Lloyd over here. Oh, yeah, there's the window pieces. Go with the windows. That's it. There's quite a bit of small pieces in this, even in the larger section bag. We're halfway, folks. On to bag 7. Got smaller plates, of course, and some supports. Good for structures, of course. A lot of these round pieces. That should have gone with it. But a lot of long plates here too. Putting some tiles. Hinge pieces. A lot of little bowls. Golden studs. White studs. Some of these pieces in black. Oh, looks like gun thing. I wonder what that's for. Clear dots. And we have donut dots. Yes, some printed dots. Probably one's a duplicate. Can never have too many donuts, right? The rest of the hinge parts. And that's that. Mostly smaller pieces in this one, except for the large plates. Here we are with bag 8, and we have our big old red doors. A piece I don't have too many of. It'd be better in brown than red. I mean, it works great for this set, but just for general purposes, it'd be nice to have in brown. I like the way they're designed. You see the studs there on the side. You could use those studs and put like, I mean, they could have always painted it, but you know, if you had a brown door and you put some gold tiles across those, and you know, you have a nice looking door with some gold trimming on it. We have red pumpkins. I don't know if there's a variety of pumpkins that can be red, but that's kind of cool. I'm sure they're used for lanterns, just like these red heads are. Yeah, red pumpkins. Have to check that out online. Let me know in the comments if you've ever seen red or heard of red pumpkins. We have these pieces in here. I have not seen these weapons before, but I think they've probably existed. Got 3 of them. I hope there's an extra one. We have another snake enemy here. Lots of gribbly things in this this bag. Lots of small pieces and gold trim of all sorts of things. Yeah, not too many big things except for them doors. And that's that. Got a bit of pieces though, all those small ones. There we have the contents of bag 9. We're slowly getting there. Now there's a lot of similar pieces to the other bags, but somewhat expected since you're building a building that has a, you know, similar aesthetic throughout. We also have probably a very large arsenal in this whole entire set. A lot of golden dots here. We have some green pieces, bright green. Quite a bit different than everything else so far. I'm not sure what they'll be going for, considering they're really out of place with this entire bag. And here's more of those shuttery things for the windows. And we have one printed circle with a nice Chinese dragon on it, Oriental dragon. Not too much interesting, a lot of similar things that were in the last ones. And a lot of small kibble on this. Definitely reaching the top of our building, since there's not quite so many big pieces and plates and things. Onward to bag 10. Getting so very close. Some hinges here, some more of those red head lantern pieces. Not too much different than some of the ones we've already gotten. You know, and I'm really glad this piece here, they made so many studs, they've created so many more studs on side pieces. You had very limited options back in days of yonder. And like these are what you would use, or oh, there was another piece which I can't really show you here, but there's only a couple pieces that you could do, and they weren't very helpful. But these are new pieces are great, and they allow you to do bigger things too, because the ones I had before, there were not many studs on them. But yeah, that's that bag. There's quite a few things in here, and a lot more smaller pieces. Here we are at the where are we at? Oh, the 11th bag. Here we are at the 11th bag, and looks like we're getting away from the building because we got some plants here. This lovely yellow leaf, and we also have the smaller orange leaf over there. But we still have some wall pieces, so probably finishing up. These are probably part of the garden. Got a lot of little pieces. Got a bunch of clear pieces. We got some clear studs. We also have the clear, I don't know what you want to call these, the hero stands. We'll call them hero stands. Other transparent pieces. Some yellow, orange cheese wedges, and some orange tiles. One by ones. And we have coal over here in this set. A lot of swords. Some other interesting accessories. Mics. Umbrella. And 3 roller skates. Guessing one's a dupe. Or, yeah, an extra. But I don't know what they're for. I didn't know Cole was a roller skater. Well, yeah, a lot of little pieces in this. Much smaller pieces. The last and final bag. Yes, bag number 12. Definitely have exterior, outside stuff going on here. We got plants. We have a few more base plates. We have this, which is a roller coaster piece, which I have not really dealt with much. But it's going to be interesting using it. And some of these tubes, which are a solid tube. Okay. Rock pieces. Got a little box here. A lot of little pieces. A lot of smaller pieces overall with this. Not too surprising. A lot of these arms. And we also have Neo over here. And some plant pieces, some little flames. And that is the last and final bag. Here we have our extra pieces. And this is a huge set, and there are tons of leftover parts. Plenty of swords. Look at all those swords. And even 2 sprues of throwing stars, both silver and gold. We got an extra one of these tube pieces, which could come in handy for something. We got a cup and a bowl. Fortunately, we didn't get an extra teapot. Could have a full set. We got more of these gold staves. And plenty of dots and single studs and all sorts of little pieces like that. And there's also, you know, wands and lightsaber hilts and all those good stuff in here too. Not quite as much as all those, but there's some of everything in here. So that's great. Got the bad guys here and the side characters, essentially. I don't have room for everybody at once. There's a total of 8 figures in this set. So we're going to start with these guys. And not too much to say about the snake guys. We've seen them all before. Though Pixel and Master Wu is new for this line. Only thing I can say about the bad guys is I'm happy to see another one of those brawler guys with their armor and you know, more melee type gear. They're my favorite. But yeah, Pixel is new, and although that Mr. Wu, Sensei Wu here is, you know, looks like Sensei Wu. You know, his outfit isn't that, has never been that complicated. So, although compared to the ninjas, he is really a little bit more detailed. You know, he's got gold on him and stuff like that. But as far as Pixel goes, I like the kind of hair they gave her with the silver hair to look metallic, and her face looks really nice. Oh, I don't even remember if she has a reverse face. We'll find out. We're going to flip it over. Take her stuff off. And she also has a much more detailed printing. So once again, we have characters that don't really match our fellow ninjas. So it's not just the bad guys. She even has printing on her toes there, if you can see. And yeah, let's strip them down and check them, see if we can see better details. Especially Wu there with his beard covers a lot of stuff. Here they are, all stripped down. And yeah, the Wu there definitely, I think, has got a little bit more detail. At least, you know, he's got more color, which brings out more detail than, you know, sort of. I don't know. It doesn't help that he's got pretty much a basic, you know, his suit's got a basic appearance. Here, you just see him with one of the ninjas, but you can see Pixel, one of the ninjas. Oh, so much more detail on her. You know, goes right along with the bad guys over here. And yeah, she's I like her. I like the color scheme they got going for her. I like the face. And we shall turn these guys around. And she does have a second face, a frowny face. And once again, the detail continues along the back, and she's got her name on her back too. That's cool. Snakes are nothing new. We haven't seen already. And Wu's got, you know, his back, different things. Looks like he's got all the symbols on his back. It's kind of cool. He doesn't have a second face, which is kind of understandable. With that beard piece, you're not going to see much expression on his face anyways. So just having the one side face is okay. Oh, plus he's got that the straw hat thing going for him. So yeah, if he had a face back there, he'd look a bit weird. So that's that. Let's go look at the ninjas now. Here are our ninjas. Now you'll notice there's a few missing faces. Jay and Zane are not in this set, but what's really cool is that the Ninja Training Center, which is an add-on to this set, has both of them in there. So, you know, if you're missing them, they're there. They're just not here. There's a lot of figures in this set, despite them not being here, so it's not a terrible thing. But if you can get both sets, you'll have all your characters, all your ninjas, which is a good thing. And I've complained about the ninja costumes before, and they have grown on me. I like them, but then when I go look at the snake characters and the other characters in this set, I just go, ugh. Like, if they just had a consistent theme with the enemies as well, then I probably wouldn't give it any thought and just say, oh, these look really nice. But the contrast between the two just makes things worse. Being said, one of the things I do like is I really like Cole's hammer in this set. He's got a golden hammer, and it's like got energy, points with the head and the back of it. And it still is probably my favorite ninja out of all these, her appearance wise anyways. Character wise, that's a different story. Not that I dislike her or anything. I don't really have a favorite character. Yeah, hers my favorite, I think. Anyways, we don't get a cowl for her, but we have an extra cowl you see here for Kai. Now let's strip them down and see what they look like without. Better look at the details. Here they are, all stripped down, looking all bald, and with their frowny faces on, their determination to train real hard. Yeah, like I said, I think Nia's got my favorite printing on it. And yes, they've all grown on me, and it's just compared to the other characters, they're lacking. And let's look at the back. You can see their bright and smiley faces, or smirky faces in the case of some of them. Can't say I really see the family resemblance between Kai and Nia, but anyways, here are their backs. And, that's nice. Continues the theme going on with the front. Not much else to say about that. They all have slightly different colored bottoms to go with their color scheme, which can work fairly well. Here is everything together. Now I'm going to be looking at this in parts. The two vehicles, the one side build, and then the main build. Look at all these figures. Now I covered them, up close individually, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 characters. Though you'll notice a few ninjas missing. Like I said in the minifigure close-up, they are actually in the add-on set, the Ninja Training Center. It gets added onto this. It will have its own separate video, probably a link right here I can put, and probably at the end, of course, as well. And we'll also have a video showing the whole combined set together, too. Sets together, just to see what it looks like all together. But for right here, we're going to deal with just this, and as I said, we'll go to each individual thing. Let's first start with Kai's mech. Probably my favorite vehicle in this. Not that there's a lot of vehicles in it, but these little mini mechs are really starting to grow on me. It has the same basic design as the Zane's Ice Mech, which I have videos here as well. You can check it out there. You can see here, very simple cockpit. If you look on the side, you can see his legs. These are supposed to be more like utility mechs almost, it looks like. But, you know, they added a lot of different things to it. Like, I really like the fancy feet. And I did complain about the hands on Zane's mech. And essentially, this has the same hands, and this is all it was. It was just, actually, I think they used two clip pieces. This one only has one. But then they have these here that either look like some kind of cannon or maybe even look like fingers. So it looks a little bit better than the other one. Oh, the other one, he had wrists, rotating wrists. But, you know, it's not really necessary. And this looks really great, just the same. Probably makes the mech a little bit smaller. I don't know. You have to bring it out and compare this. A little bit more to the back of this. And look at this. We even have a place to put his swords, which I didn't even realize. I have his sword sitting over here. But yeah, look at that. Clips, places to put both swords. Put it together and didn't even realize that's what that was. But you might be wondering about this shoulder piece. Now this is on its own ball joint. Pivels it around. And it's got, you know, a fake gun. The one that doesn't fire but looks realistic. And then one of the little stud shooters, or whatever you want to call them, shoots the dot shooters. Also, one thing I didn't like about the Zane mech was the weapon was just a regular sword. Now we have a regular sword here, but they also used a lightsaber hilt to lengthen it, and it looks a little bit better. But also, the arms on this guy isn't quite as long either. So I was just realizing that he doesn't have the rotating wrists that Zane's mech does. So, you know, the back looks a little bit better than Zane's mech as well, because it was pretty just straight. Like the design of the feet, the gold trim looks really nice with the red and orange. I mean, you got the gray, you know, mixel joints, but can't really do anything about that. And you'll have an extra mixel joint here on this side that you could do something with if you wanted to, with your spare parts. Give them another weapon, maybe put a big rocket launcher on that side or something. But yeah, this is a pretty good little build, and adds more fun to this set, which we'll talk about that in the final review. Okay, here's the bad guy's vehicle, and you can see under the hood here. It uses the chest piece, same as the mechs do, just to give it some shaping, and I kind of like the use of that. It doesn't look amazing or anything, and you can always add more to something like this with the studs that they put on the side. I like spiky wheels, though. Yeah, unfortunately, the spikes aren't attached to the wheel, so the spikes don't go around when he drives, which is a little bit disappointing. But it's still kind of a fun little vehicle. And it's got really small wheels in the back because it's designed to be a battering ram, so you want all the weight in the front. And it's also the reason why there's a battering ram is actually because it's supposed to ram into here, and this breaks away. I'm not going to break it away right now, but trust me, it will fall apart. You don't just lightly tap it. Don't know why they need a vehicle like that. Well, maybe to break down the doors, but they can't even get up the hill with this vehicle. Doesn't quite work. But, you know, it's a cute little vehicle side build. Is it as good as that mech? No. And there's places for other things here. There's some hooks along the back. I'm not sure what particularly you do with that, but you could do something. Oh, maybe his fists could go on the back, because these would fit on that hook. And yeah, not sure what the single studded 2x2 plate is for either, or tile. They could use just a smooth tile. I don't know. But it's got one of my favorite, the brawler guys. And I just decided while I was recording this, and I know I covered these guys, but see this guy with his hammer and his little drill arms? I'm going to nickname him the Dentist. I call these guys, not just this guy, the guys with the melee weapons, I call them bruisers. The other ones are technicians as far as I'm concerned. But this guy gets a special designation. He's the Dentist because he's got drills. And even dentists have little tiny hammers and stuff as well. So, yeah. He's the Dentist. Watch out. I've detached it, but this is the side training area, and I really like the design of this. First and foremost, the little bridge that goes to there. You could almost build, have a second one and build it across to have a nice wide river stream that you wanted to have in your Lego town. Make a good walking bridge, I suppose. Wouldn't want too much heavy traffic on it. And this is Nia's little training corner. Just knock the flames off. And these flames are just sitting in here very loosely. And she's supposed to be training here, doing her water technique. She's got blast things. Oh, I probably should have showed this in the figure thing, since they're kind of figure accessories. But she's got these blast weapons like this, and they shoot off, and you're supposed to kind of aim for the fires, which I missed, but that was probably my first time trying to actually hit anything with them. They fly really good, if you didn't notice. And yeah, the bridge is nice. It's only got one single stud row on there, so I have Cole up there, and he sticks pretty good, but he pops off a little easy too. But yeah, she's supposed to stand in the middle basically and spin around and blast the fires. Hey, it's a cute little build. There's not too much play with it because you can fire them with Nia, but you can't actually do it while she's standing there in the middle. But it's nice, and it's got some some trees, some vegetation, which there's not a lot of vegetation in this whole set. It's basically the temple on top of a rocky mountainous area off the side, I suppose. But yeah, this is the main side build, and this bridge is really nice. This part's okay, nothing amazing, but gets the job done. You need a training area. There you go. And that other set, the training center set, actually adds more to this, since it only seems like Nia's got her own corner. We have more coming. But before that's another video. Right now, let's get to the main temple. Now for the main attraction, the main temple. Now, it's so big. Can't get it all the way in the picture with this. But is it not the most beautiful thing? It is a very nice looking temple. Now it appears very like two-dimensional, very flat. But I'll start spinning around. It's got quite a bit of depth to it, even though it is very much built on this plane here. It does have a goes back much more 3D. What do I want to say before I start spinning around? I didn't put any of the stickers on, so the only really decoration you see is the dragon there, the little round tile. I'm half tempted to go over at least some of this and put some of the stickers up, because there's some really nice things that look kind of odd with nothing on them. which I'll show you that soon. But there's a lot of hidden stuff in here, and we're going to start right here at the front. You see these two urns here next to Woo. Sensei Woo. Let's see if I got the right one. I think it's this one. You pop it open. Yep, there it is. Can you see it? It's a donut. Now, there's a lot of hidden stuff in here, and there's probably a lot of hidden references. I love Ninjago, but I actually have not gotten to watch a lot of the show. So there's a lot of missing knowledge that I don't know about the show. So please don't hurt me too much for that. There we go. Closing up the doors. Look really nice. Got these throwing star handles. Trying to get them. Yeah, that looks pretty good. But yeah, they open up pretty easy. These stairs down here are really nice and was a lot of fun to build. I mean, it looks like, I guess, stone stairs have been carved out of stone, but they're, I guess, maybe weathered because they don't look, nice and uniform. And the little tree down here is a nice touch as well. Like I said, there's a little bit of vegetation here and there, but not a lot. These roof designs there is really nice. Looks really good. You got the lanterns with their little tassels. We have this wonderful little balcony coming off here. Although you're practically on the ground with that balcony. It's kind of silly like that. But let's start spinning it around and see what's going on behind it. First, take note. Look how thick this is. See that? Very thick. We're what? 2, 4, 6. The floor is eight studs thick here, but it goes out probably another 10 studs wide, including the sides here, the corners. But yeah, you can see here they built the roof. Then it's not just the front, the facade of the roof. It actually extends around the back, and of course it's not whole. If it's just whole, there'd be more building probably sticking out, maybe about yay far. It's still a very two-dimensional building, but it's supposed to be built kind of on a cliffside. That's why it's all rocky on the bottom. So, you'd kind of expect that. But let's keep it turning so you can see this whole back, because there's a lot back here. And I just knocked that off. But there we go. Let's start at the top. We're kind of up here. We have some nice golden swords sitting up here. And some other interesting little tidbits here, including an umbrella. And there's roller skates. I think they were either inside or they were inside. And we have this had a sticker on it. And this is one thing I wish they wouldn't have a sticker for. It's supposed to be a card. It would make it a little bit more collectible if it was an actual printed piece. But yeah, it's supposed to be a card. I know earlier on in the game in the show, in the series, there was some emphasis on the cards. A lot of the spinners came with cards and stuff. We have this is supposed to be a newspaper. Another thing I wish really was printed. And this is supposed to be spilt tea, which the printing on the sticker shows or coffee or tea. I don't know which. Brown liquid. And we have these, which these are supposed to be places where you can put the banners, these things. They come in all the sets, so you can there's places throughout this thing where you can put all of them. It's very nice, and hang them up. And yeah, so there we go. This is our top floor, very top floor, and there's some more hidden stuff inside here. Not much in there, but there's a mic. When they're doing karaoke or whatnot. This pops off too. I think, yeah, I said it had skates in it. And that's the top floor. I don't know, maybe I guess you would call this the attic, maybe. And going down, we have the next floor. Well, like technically, I guess that's the second floor. This little area here, which goes up to make room for a big foyer for the first floor. But you got comes out on both sides here, and this is also supposed to have some stickers in there, and not too much going on in this, but it's a good place for them to train and work in. This is our first floor, essentially. It's elevated off the ground because this is on a rock base of mountain. We have a nice weapons rack here. Plenty of weapons to use. Continue on the back. There's the back of Woo and those urns again. We have a tea set over here, probably Woo's meditation area and relaxing section. And then we have just a little bit more platform here. There's little steps going down to the balcony on the front. There, it's kind of a tight squeeze, and then we go down to the basement, I guess, the pseudo first floor. And first, let's start here. We have an opening here. There's also open here in the back as well. Not much going on right there, but in the next room, below Woo's spot, we have this area, which is supposed to be Pixel's workshop. And this is a place where I'm really thinking about putting stickers, because this is supposed to be monitors here. There's supposed to be monitors on the thing hanging down below. Oh, you almost can't even really see that. And we also have a base here for putting cowls. And oh, we do have Nia's cowl. Yes, for some reason I left it in the set to be put for example. So yeah, she does have her cowl. I missed that in the figure review. Now there's not much down here, just kind of more space to play. But this is over here. You can see the light coming through there. That is where they break through. Now there's lots of places to play here. And this is the other side, which we kind of looked at. A little cave walkway going through. Makes you wonder how big the bottom of this thing actually is. And this right here, oops, my finger's in the way. This right here is the connection area for the bridge. So we come out this side and go down to go train by the little pool there. It's not much more to this, like I said, but it is a very beautiful temple. It's a lot bigger than it looks. It's not 2D. It extends back. It's got a lot more depth to it, and it was really fun to build. Oh, hello. I was just hanging out inside my temple here. Anyways, we're back here at the desk, and I overall really like this set. It's too big to fit the whole thing in the picture here at the desk anyways. I can pull it back maybe a little bit, but you know, it's quite a large set, as you know. And I am quite happy with it overall. Yeah, overall. really can't think of anything really bad about any of it. So let's get down to the grading. Its appearance. It looks great. There's no argument there. I think you could tell, maybe not from this picture because it's kind of squished in here, but looking at it as a whole, it looks really well. This main temple looks great. You know, the little training area, this bridge looks really nice. The overall just aesthetic of it is nice. The color scheme's good. Even the sub builds, this small mech, although, you know, it's not amazing flexible wise, you know, doesn't have knees, doesn't have elbows, doesn't even have wrists, one doesn't even have wrists, but it still looks good, just the way it is. And the little villain small vehicle looks pretty good. Yeah, it's passable. So as far as appearances for this thing, it's getting a 10. There's no real arguments against it looking bad. I really can't say otherwise. Now the function of it, you know, it's a training temple. That's fine. Looks great. It's got, you know, plenty of little nooks and crannies to play around with, and areas for play, like this bridge, and inside the back here, which I showed earlier in for part of the video. There's plenty of places here for training. You know, they got weapons hanging up inside and everything else, and we have a training area out here, so there's definitely got that training thing going on here. The robot works great, even though it doesn't have all functioning joints. You know, it's got a really nice weapon that fires. The breakable wall works good. Even has boulders, well, debris, not really boulders, debris that falls off once you break it off. Not too much to say about function. I mean, it does its job. It's really good. So I gave it a 9. I mean, the only functional... Yeah, I did forget to mention some minor tidbits things. You know, like this guy's arms, you know, but that's the way that's designed. But it's not a big complaint. Never has been of mine. The only thing I wish this little vehicle did a little bit more, because it's supposed to be a battering ram, and it's really small build, and maybe that's why they couldn't do it. Although I have a feeling they probably still could have figured out something that while you turn it, that this little piston up front goes in and out. It would just give it a nice little touch. And you know, this functions fairly well. There could maybe be a little bit more bigger space back here for them to be training, because some of these rooms are a little on the small side for doing physical training moves. Other than that, you know, I don't see much trouble with it. So function is getting a 9. Fun, plenty of fun here. It's a play set. Now, there's a slight imbalance with the bad guys and good guys, but I had this discussion before, back in the Sea Temple set, which I'll probably post a link here for it. And that is also a temple type building. Looked really good too. That one had a little bit more this is a much more solid one-piece build, while that is much more flexible and can be rearranged and done differently. But that's besides the point with the fun. What I addressed in that one is that it was the bad guys, essentially their base, and the good guys were coming in to sneak in and do this, take back their or take the MacGuffin for that story or whatever. Plus, there were some other treasures spread around the thing they could also take. In this case, we have their training center. So that's what this is. It's essentially a base. That's their training center. So they're training, and we have a little training area for Nia, and they can train with their other weapons inside here and spar with each other and whatnot. So the good guys are going to outnumber the bad guys, and that is what we do have here. So we're not going to have, a nice balance between bad guys and good guys, and that's all right. And there's only 2 bad guys, but as like a small infiltration team, they work good. They're going to sneak in, break through the wall and sneak in. That's an awfully loud noise thing to do, to infiltrate. But that's what they're trying to do. Now, if the name of the set was the Invasion of the Ninja Training Temple, maybe we'd have a little bit more going on. But what we got, works fine. And then there's plenty to, they got their vehicle, but the ninjas have also a small mech that they can use to fight off their advance. Well, maybe he's gone out on patrol. There's plenty of fun stuff to do here. Like I said, it's a training center, so they're going to spar with each other. So you don't necessarily need good guys and bad guys. You can just have your good guys sparring and practicing and playing off each other however you want to play. And there's other hidden things throughout that can be used to play with, including why do I keep forgetting her name? Because she's not a regular character, at least not yet. Yes, the female droid there. She's got her workshop back here, and so there's other stuff going on here for play. She could be back here inventing things, while you're building her inventions. So the play is getting a 9. Like I said, could be a little bit more. We could have had, maybe a few more bad guys, maybe, but it's not really necessary. A little bit bigger space to play with in the back. There's plenty of place to put the characters to pose, but there isn't room here. Even though I have big man hands, even smaller hands, they're not gonna. They can put the characters in here, back here, to stand or whatever, but you're not gonna get them to play around with back here. There's not a lot of room. So yeah, the fun is getting a 9. Now techniques. Oh my gosh, there's so many cool things going on here. I love the bridge techniques, the roof design, and how you get the slopes and angles all looking really cool and oriental looking. Is great. These steps, so fun to build. Oh, that's one thing I wanted to mention with the fun part, is the actual building of the building is very fun. And I mean, there's just, I like building mechs and robots. Well, mechs and robots, but dragons, mechs, robots, vehicles, all that stuff is good. But there's something really good about just building a building. I think it's some kind of innate human feeling you get for, building a building, because you're building usually, your home or some kind of structure you can live in. It's very self-gratifying. Obviously, this is a Lego thing, so you can't live in it. Although maybe I'll hide again. Yeah, it feels really good. But not only that, there's some awesome techniques in here. Like these stairs, which I probably can't see with the camera too well. Yeah, there you go. You can see it. You got, see my finger here. You got, Sensei Wu right here. Just below him is the stairs. And the techniques for building that was so much fun and neat. And it comes out It looks so good. It looks so good. I mean, some of the more building technique is, you know, you build the wall, you put a window in it, and you put some, you know, support structures along the back and everything else. It's pretty common stuff, but necessary. There's a lot of great techniques here too, with the bridge and the roof and the stairs and some of the underbellies and you know, the mech's okay. It's not amazing. It's their simple building system for that. Like I said, it looks great and it's not too bad to build. This one, you know, the techniques here, nothing super fancy for the front, you know. I kind of cheat a bit for the size of the structure with this opening armor piece that comes down, makes it look much bulkier than it is, where you could easily have built up that inside a lot more. But still looks really good, which is what you're essentially trying to do. Looks and works right. But yeah, there's a lot of great techniques in here, and it's getting a 10 for technique. A lot of nice building designs and stuff. So you take all that, add it together, divide it by 4, and you get a 9.5, which is the final grade. It's not the overall final score, but 9.5. Now, as far as price is going to go, it's $99.99, $100 essentially, and it's got almost 1,400 pieces, 1,394. This comes out to 7 cents per piece. Really good price, and not only good price, but a really fun set. I could, you know, see them easily bumping this up more. They could have. They didn't, which is great. Could have been over $100. They kept it under, and really good set. There's plenty of fun here. Building and, you know, role play type fun, and some great design work. And it looks really nice. You get your money's worth. This set is getting a G for good. And that brings, yeah, there's, the price is great on this. And it's really good. And it's a good set. It's getting a G for good. You gotta get it marked down anymore for some reason, you're moving into excellent territory. Even 10% off the price, like, yeah. Hey, if it was like 10% off for some reason, that's an excellent price. But it's for its retail price, it's getting a G for good. So that brings our total score to a 9.5 G, and I think that makes sense. The price is great, and there is a lot here to have fun with, enjoy. Both the building, both just having the building around. I wish I had a place to put this. Like, if I ever get a studio or something, I might put like all the temples and buildings that I have or haven't put together yet, like on a shelf behind me, so it could be seen through the camera or whatever. But that's probably a far way off. Don't have a studio yet, but yeah, this is really great, and you know, I recommend it. And it's great to, well, that's one other thing. This has a complimentary set. The Ninja Training Center attaches to this. There's attachment points around the corner, on the backs, and the sides of the corners, where there's additional training areas that you can add on to this, along with this. That set is really good price too. That maybe also one that you can see the video of that here. It's got some problems, and that's good. Yeah, you can check out that video. What you think about that. Also, that one has the missing ninjas that this one doesn't have. This has a lot of characters in it, but it's still missing 2 ninjas, and you can get them in that set as well. So, yeah, this is pretty great and pretty neat how they have it attached to other things as well. That being said, just a bit of news. This is the last set I have for the core. I included the Ninja Training Center even though it came out a little bit later, and I could do, well, I'm not going to really do the Spinjitzu things. There's really not much to talk about them. I've seen enough with the Training Center to know they work really well. There's some cool ninjas in them. They're $10. They're worth it. I'd go ahead and, I just recommend them if you're interested in those type of things. Me, myself, like, there's not much building to them, so I don't have a big interest in them, although I do like the ninja figure. So they may come, I may get my hands on them anyways. I just probably won't do any reviews, and that's my point. This is the last review for the core wave. There's going to be a little extra stuff coming soon regarding the core wave. For one, I'm going to be doing a top 10 sort of video, which I've done one for the last year's summer wave, and I had fun doing that, and I think people enjoyed it. I need more feedback, people. Need more feedback. Give me them comments. Likes as well. Likes, comments, all that stuff tells me you're liking what you're seeing. And some other news, I am going to be changing my format. Probably not this video. Actually, no, this video. I am going to probably be changing my format. Kind of hard. You're not going to find that out at the beginning, but just the order I'm doing it in, because YouTube pays attention to your end card where there's links to other videos and stuff, and nobody gets to that point in my video, which is not exactly good for my channel. So what I'm going to be doing, I usually stick the stuff that people like the least at the end of my video, like the the parts things. Like if you're not interested in mocks and not trying to figure out what pieces are in the set or whatever, you're not going to be interested in those. Well, they're going to be towards the beginning. In fact, I'll probably go what's inside the box. People have skip them too, but it kind of makes sense for it to be towards the beginning because I'm opening the box and there it is. I'll probably do what's inside the box. Then I will do the pieces. Then I will do probably the leftover pieces. Then I will do the figures and move on to the regular review. So you watch the regular review and get to the the ending card where there's links to other videos. And sometimes I link to my videos. Sometimes, most of the time, I link to my videos. Although a lot of time they are relevant videos. Like I'll probably put the links to the training center in here at the end of this, as long they're in the video as well, but they'll be at the end and stuff like that. And so, or maybe playlists sometimes too. But I'll be setting it up differently that way. But just make sure you're using those timestamps down below, to jump right to the end if you don't want to watch the other stuff, which I can understand. That's not there for everybody, but it is there for the people who are interested in. It's these are in-depth reviews, and it's designed to give all aspects of it. And there are different people like Lego for different reasons. There's those minifigure collector people out there. That's why I have that section of the video. There's people who are more into mocks and they want to see the pieces, are just curious about the pieces. I'm kind of more of those people. More like that type of stuff, because I am interested in building my own stuff and stuff. And then there's the main review for the actual set, for the individual contained thing that you're buying. And, the average person probably wants that more than anything. then the more high, AFLs, adult fans, and there are younger fans as well that are into that sort of thing. But yeah, that's going to be at the beginning. The main review is going to be at the end. Just read the timestamps; they'll tell you where everything is. And on that note, I'm going to do. Let's see. Yeah, so I've got the top 10 video to do. Top 10 sort of video. I'm also going to probably do a video on the. I've got to work on it though, but I'm going to attempt to get the training center. Spoiler: the training center to work properly. Which go watch that video to explain what I'm going to do. I'm also going to do a quick video with this combined with the training center and just see what it all looks like together. It won't be a long video, I doubt. And I'm not even going to final grade. What's the point of grading the whole thing together? You can see the grades separately, and you're going to buy them separately anyways and decide with separately. But you can also see what they look like together. Maybe that will ultimately determine whether you buy both of them or not. But that's what's going on with the core wave stuff. We're almost done. The main reviews are all done. I'm going to just have a little trail end stuff. I will do the top 10 sort ofs. Just want to remind everybody to please like, subscribe, and share with others if you haven't yet. And also leave those comments down below what you think of this set. Let's start up some discussion about this or anything else I said in this video. Thoughts about my rearranging the video structure or anything at all. Let's start up some conversation. But other than that's it for this video. I want to wish everybody well and hope to see you soon, and remind you that creativity is key.